Mr. Rudy, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm standing or make that city next to a legend. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Now, earlier this month, Bill Whittaker passed away at the age of 92. For a lot of folks, that name means a lot. He's as much part of the San Diego sports landscape as names like Breitbart and Blaylock. Here's a look at his bio. 66-year career with San Diego Park and Rec. Man, he's known at every playground and rec center in town. A 27 years as a coach, it's a baseball coach and AD at St. Augustine. In fact, I think he had expanded over 31 years. His first coaching job was at the age of 14. He's coached MLB and NBA stars. He is survived by his wife, Jackie, and 7 children. Please, a warm welcome to radio and TV legend Shotgun Tom Kelly. You're here because
Bill Whittaker is my cousin.
So explain to the folks what he meant. I guess it starts with this UT article by Bill Center. Yep. The opening line is, more people referred to this man as coach than just about anywhere in the county in the history of San Diego sports.
That was Bill Whittaker. Anywhere you went in San Diego, you know, I'd be walking around and say, Shotgun Tom, is Bill Whittaker your cousin? Is that really true? I said, yeah. You know, he did more for me when I was a kid. It was just unbelievable. You know, Bill and his wife, Jackie, I mean, they were both involved in the community and working with kids. He would see a kid that had a spark, you know, and maybe didn't know what he wanted to do. But he'd take that kid and he'd say, you know, how'd you like to get interested in baseball? And he'd get this kid interested in baseball. That happened time and time and time again.
He was a contemporary of the great
Ted Williams.
They were rivals at two different schools, right?
Right. Well, Ted went to Hoover, and of course, Bill Whittaker went to St. Augustine's.
So they knew each other?
Yeah, they did.
Were they social?
Yeah, they were. And also, later on in life, you know, there's a baseball field here in San Diego. I believe it's in East San Diego, Ted Williams Field. Bill Whittaker was the rec guy at that Ted Williams
How cool
field.
is that?
Yeah.
One of the prerequisites to be considered one of the greatest ever Hall of Famer, it's all about longevity. He worked longer than I lived. He retired at age 85 or something, right?
Well, he was amazing. I mean, you know, many times he had a gift. And I asked him about this because I wished I had this gift too. He knew everybody's name. He would remember all the kids' names. You know, it was just unbelievable. I said, how do you do that, Bill? You know, I worked with him and I remember him, and it's just goes into his memory banks.
Through those 66 years, so many playgrounds, so many rec centers, just about every place in San Diego he's either been involved in. Plus, you throw in the St. Augustine years. Can you calculate the lives touched? I mean, just too numerous to mention, right?
It really is. There, you know, and baseball players. I mean, professional baseball players that he coached. It was just amazing. Roger Hedgecock was he was former mayor. One of his, I mean, Bill Whittaker was his coach.
Yeah, we put that a little montage together because when you were telling me some of the names, we threw up pictures of some of the ball players he coached. He also, the stat I read in Bill Center's article was he coached or taught at least 40 people that went on to be coaches here in San Diego.
Yes.
So when you look at that tree and how it expands, man, he's touched so many lives.
He has. You know, I mean, in the 50s, when I was growing up, Bill Whittaker was the celebrity of our family. As a matter of fact, he had such a wonderful personality. I looked at his personality, and I think that's maybe where I borrowed some of Bill Whittaker's personality to have part of mine to become what I am today.
So I didn't put Jerry Sanders in here, but Jerry Navarro is.
That's right, man. Jerome's.
A lot of successful people and important people.
And you know, St. Augustine's a small Catholic school, but man, when you run into anybody that went to Saints, they're a Saintsman. You know,
you bring up St. Augustine because June 1st is going to be his memorial. I suspect that they had to push it out that far to accommodate all the people that want to travel to it.
People are flying in from out of town, man, to be at that memorial on the 1st. And I hope some of your viewers who knew Bill will show up there. 10 o'clock, I believe, in the morning on Saturday, June 1st.
Shotgun?
Paul?
I promise next time in, we'll focus on you.
Well, you don't have to. But I'll tell you what, Bill Whittaker makes you and I look like a couple of preliminary boys.
All right.
I had to say that.
I'll send it back to my esteemed colleagues.
It's kind of interesting to see Paul Rudy. It was almost speechless there at the end.
Well, when you've got Shotgun Tom Kelly in the building, right? Thanks, guys.